Hey guys, I know there's not an awful lot going on in this stream at the moment. This is more of just a test of my internet because I have mobile internet like I have it off a dongle. It's not the best, so that's why it's a bit, there's not much going on. It seems to be alright at the moment. I'm not really using the internet for anything else, so I'll keep on testing it, see how long I keep going for. It's talking to dead air at the moment, but you know, something to do. So we've got 8% population, 8% unemployed. We've got a population of 85,671. Now, what I would like to do is to get to like 500,000 population. I mean, I very much doubt that I will be able to achieve that whilst with leaving my GPU and CPU not in a melted state. Ow. Or the game itself like just becoming unplayable, which is something that happens eventually in this game. The city just gets that big that the gameplay just becomes so stuttery and so, you know, it's not that good. But at the moment we're doing okay. So my strategy at the moment, just for the time being, is to try and make the areas that have already been developed. I mean, at the moment there was only one, that's the city of Valkaza, which is the capital city, the only city, to be fair. So I'm just sort of going around and finding little spaces. I did cover this in a video a couple of weeks ago. The practice that I do is like infilling, it's called, in the real world, where you are just, instead of expanding forever outwards, you are using all the available space that you can. So every little patch of green, really. And some might say, yeah, but we need green areas in urban centres, which is true. But wouldn't it make more sense to have the unbroken wilderness surrounding the city where everyone can quickly go to it, instead of loads of isolated patches of green across the city that are disconnected, and the animals and wildlife and things can't walk between? I mean, that's not obviously simulated in this game, but you know, in the real world, I think that high density is just, well, just much more better use of space, and also it makes it much easier to then in the future maintain and upgrade infrastructure as well. So if you've got a load of small little houses spread out along a hillside and they need fibre broadband, you're going to have to lay a lot of cable to serve few customers. Whereas if you have a tower block that has 1,000 people living in it, even better, if you have two or three of them next to each other, you can lay a few hundred meters of fibre cable, and boom, there you go, you've connected 1,000 people. And that's why a lot of the infrastructure now, especially in the United States, is becoming very, very difficult to maintain, because the tax base is so thin. I mean, when they were just laying, you know, pipes for water and a bit of copper cable for your telephone, a bit of copper cable for the electricity, that in the grand scheme of things, that wasn't, you know, that expensive. But now, you know, fibre optic cables and all, you know, all of that per foot, or it's costing so much more. And the longer that it's left the more it will cost, which is the vice of under investment. So yeah, you can underinvest for so long, but sooner or later it's going to catch up with you and it's going to cost you much more. But anyway, the stream seems to be performing much better than it was. I mean, I do have mobile internet, so it's pretty touch and go, really. You never know which way it's going to go. Let's watch this rail route for a little bit longer, just whilst I quickly finish something off in the real world. So yeah, if you watched the channel before, this was the last area that we developed, which is a large oil field on the east side of the island. This area here I'd like to eventually turn into like a residential area, like a tourist and leisure and residential area with this nice rock face at the back. Got a bit cold, hasn't it, in Britain? If anyone else, it's been boiling for like weeks. And this weekend, it seems to have gone ever so cold. Right, let's go and check on those construction sites, see how they're getting on. So I really am starting to run out of space in this area now. Obviously, other than that and that, but in the areas that are already developed, I am. Right, we've got nearly 1,000 people waiting on new homes. Well, we're going to do our best. How much do these brick flats have? So their house 180. These will house, I think it's 150. So 150. I'm going to write 2 of them. So yeah, we're going to house basically 700 people with these constructions, but not enough. See, these factory sites are eventually going to have to be moved out. But obviously back when the construction was all new, we didn't have a lot of transport, so, you know, things have to be built close to where people live. Hope everyone's okay. We've got more food than the nation can eat. And I don't need to go too mad with the exports because we are making money, so. Definitely got enough to support the Republic for now. Got a lot of electric capacity remaining now as well. Got a lot of oil remaining. Too much bitumen. I need to buy another ship. Let's push the boat out carbon plant and get something pretty big. There we go, that'll do. Need to start exporting more stuff to the west because I'm not making a lot of dollars at the moment. I do quite like Western vehicles, so our new tanker is heading out. I think I have got another big oil tanker, but it must be on a voyage. So we'll call this big lady too. This is like the tourist area we're passing now. It's the only one. It's pretty small, and that's what I'm going to expand along this coast eventually. Right, so here we are, finally. You should see these refineries erupt because they're both filled with bitumen, so once it starts to dock, because they can start producing again. So it's just, we still have some lost production time, but it's not a problem. Anything anyone would like to know, just put in the comments, or if you are watching this live, which I doubt because I can't see anyone watching it at the moment, just write a comment and I will try and get back to you. I will get back to you, I will get back to you. If you have any questions specifically about Severna or works and resources or my build theory or anything like that, please let me know. Right, so we've still got nearly 1,000 people without their own flat again. Wow, these people breed like rabbits. So we do have all this space here. May as well start developing that. So it's just fueling itself. The ship. There we go. Yeah, so both refineries producing again, which is good. Let's just make sure it stays that way. I'm going to buy another big massive ship. So what else can you spend money on? Social estate. Okay, where should we build the first load of houses? Okay. It's got some outputs on. Yes. So what I'm going to do, kill two birds with one stone. Going to remove this road when that truck moves off it. And then here, I'm going to put a shop. Little shop. Oh, no. So I need one that's got. There we go, that'll do. I say little shop, quite a big shop. So we're going to have to delete the other road as well. And this area does already have all the necessary infrastructure, or at least I hope it does. As far as I know it does. But yeah. So we're going to put a shop here just so I don't have to build another warehouse that I've then got to have more vehicles delivering stuff to, which takes up a little bit more CPU. Because that's the thing that really does eventually stop you from expanding, is the fact that you just have to have so many vehicles running. So if you can, you know, keep that at a minimum right from early on, and then just improve efficiency as it gets bigger and bigger. And that's why I'm trying to, you know, infill again with residential buildings in, you know, an already developed place. So then I've not got to build up new distribution routes to go there. Same with this here. So I've got this warehouse. It doesn't currently have food in it, but it will. So where's it? So the where this doesn't. Where is it? I'm looking for E-Stock cargo station. There we are. I see it does have access to food. So food should start being delivered relatively quickly. So unload food and electronics. Let's supply this shop. I do apologise if I'm a bit, you know, but I don't usually do live. Frightens me a little bit. Just get really nervous, but I'm only playing like I usually do, so should be able to manage it. So because the shop's one place that everybody will need to get to regardless, what I tend to do is just draw one big straight line if you haven't already got a dirt road in the way. One big long straight path, just to make it as efficient as possible for every person, you know, every residential building that we'll build in this area, as long as it's near enough connected this path, you know they'll be able to reach the shop. Because if you want to maintain like quite high, oh, see, we are going down, but if you want to maintain quite high happiness, you know, you really do need to make sure that people don't have, it doesn't take people ages to satisfy all their needs. So this area here will be like the civic centre for this district. So it will have like police station, schools, hospitals, sports centres, everything that people need here. And then we'll put, I mean, this will probably change a little bit as we go on. And then we'll put some residential buildings here, residential buildings here, and residential buildings here. I do quite like the way I've built this little district here, so I might I'll put one. Hang on, there must be a bit of path left. Again. Right, there's no more, is there? No. So in this is why I like cloning tools so much. So in here, we've already got a kindergarten there. So if we pick that up, it's just one less thing that we've got to think about when it comes to laying everything out for the people. But sometimes hang for a little while just whilst you. There we go. Right, now if you've got anywhere that's got a nice little group of buildings and let's type that here. So your city provides all the little templates that you need. And then what it does as well, when you do this, you do get sort of like, you know, a similarity or, you know, style across the whole republic that ties it all together, I think. I'm going to leave enough space just so I can get a path in between. Remember, just straight is like keep everything on the same grid as you can. No sort of like random paths here or there. It just helps keep the walking for the people pretty efficient. And that's another good thing about using a clone as well. All the paths fit in the old place that you're cloning, they're going to all fit here as well. Saves a lot of time. I mean, obviously when it comes to, you know, building large new urban centres, you know, you do sort of do some original plans and things like that. When you are just sort of expanding an existing area, you know, it's good if everything kind of follows the same kind of patterns. I think it just makes it look more realistic. Because real cities have like certain, you know, you've got to keep building a certain distance apart, you've got to have certain things where they should, you know, and so it just gives it a more realistic look because it, you know, it looks like there is some sort of order to the way the city's laid out, even though there isn't. It's just my imagination, but you know, looks like it. Might get rid of that path actually, that's not a very good use of space. There's a path right here that connects straight to the shop, so we don't really need that path there. And as well, put some more buildings there. So we've got sports centres, a kindergarten, we'll have a school. So we can actually put the school there. We don't have any cultural buildings so far, so where's a nice culture building there? Should just might fit next to that railway line. I'll just mirror it so most of the paths are on. Oh, that's actually made much of a difference to be fair. I mean, it's very close to the railway line there, so if somebody was watching a pretty quiet film, it would probably be a little bit noisy. But let's say it's really well sound isolated. A nuclear bomb could go off and would near it. A little church here, I think. Only a little one. And right next to it, we'll put a big monument to socialism on a little bit of a high ground, just sitting there. But religion is a very important thing in some people's lives, and I think that as a society, some people genuinely need it. I genuinely think that. I think a lot of the problems in the world today is that need isn't being filled spiritually. It's being filled by not so great things. Some people just need to believe in something, that there is some sort of plan to the world, there's some sort of order to it. And when they feel that isn't the case, they get frightened. Anyway, no, sorry, I'm going a bit off the rails there, but, I do think that there is something to be said for religion. It's just not something that I find personally reassuring. But some people very much do, and that's, fair play to them. I wish I could believe in something that gives me so much solace. Right, so oh my god, literally, so we've got like over 1,000 people waiting for their own flats now. Just pick a random building, so we'll go with this one in the middle and just check the lit spot connection to everything. So power, water, waste, yeah, it's all good. We've got a few buildings still under construction, so it might go down a little bit before, but likely. Yeah, I'm very sorry about the quality keeps dropping, but I only have like a mobile dongle thing. It's not the best. I am planning on getting fixed line internet, but I'm in a contract with the dongle thing for another 6 months. So, yeah. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about my build or anything else, anything, ask. Try and not move around too much because that's what it doesn't like, I think. So here come all our construction vehicles now. My little construction army. These trains textures keep going weird, and I don't know why. See how that train's got like, or like a, it's like the texture's like misaligned with the model itself. But they're all the same. Yeah, that one looks like it's doing it now as well. I'm sure they never used to. Oh, some flickering then. It's the area around where the water pumping station is. That area has always had problems. You know, stopped moving around. It's one a little bit better. Not an awful lot better, but better. Honestly, I can just watch this for hours. Just watch it, all the construct stuff. I don't know what it is. It scratches an itch in my brain. It's like the first, when I got SimCity 4 for the first time, and you can actually, you know, when an area develops, you've got all like the little wooden structures and things all pop up. Reminds me of that. And so it's like, yeah, it's... And I just don't think there's any city builder that's better than Works and Resources, if I'm honest. It just, you know, because you have to build every single building yourself, you know, you have to plan everything down to like the water system, you know, whereas like City Skylines and that, it's like, it's very point and click, isn't it? It's very like, you know, it almost just sort of develops itself. I suppose you lay out the roads and put down certain buildings, but you know. So what's the date now in game? So it's the 7th of September. So we'll see how long it takes for this district to be built. Still at 100% happiness. We've got 87,000 people. Maybe once this area's been built, might tick over into 90,000. Has food been delivered here? No! Oh, wow. No, that's not loading it. So let's have a look what... Well, there's no vehicles heading towards it at all. I find that hard to believe. Unload food, 90%. That's a really important cargo station. There's no vehicles heading towards it. Ah, there we go. I was going to say, that's weird. Right, let's go and find him. There he is. So he's delivering food. So that'll get that shop nice and stocked up, ready for when people move in. A little traffic jam. Oh, it's one of them cranes. Right, I need to stop these ships from loading the food straight away. No, so that's not set to load. It's fine. There we go, we've got food coming in there now, so it's all good. Oh. Ah, no, so I don't like that. Whenever I have a new area, name it like construction site 1. And then stop people from moving in. Because I like to make sure everything's ready for people so it doesn't affect the happiness. Once that's all finished, we'll just zhuzh it up a little bit. And also it gives you a better idea of how many people you've housed when you just do it all in one go, because you can obviously watch the number come down as they move in, which helps you get a sense of achievement. So yeah, we'll develop all of this area, and then I'm going to put like a bit of a big some museums and entertainment venues and things here along the coast, and build maybe another hotel, maybe here. So we've already got one hotel, but I haven't actually got a ship yet that's going to get tourists, but that's next on the list. But we've got way too many people waiting for their first flat, so we really need to get that sorted, even though it's an endless task. Ah, no. So yeah, there's people already living in this one. See, that's why. Right, so we'll upgrade all of those mud paths to nice paths. Connected to this road, because at the moment I don't think that the people can actually walk there. Oh yeah, it's not built yet, is it? That's why. That might be might be affecting them a little bit more. Shouldn't be too long. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Right, so turn this to high priority. Hopefully we'll be able to go to the train station, get a train to somewhere where there's a shop. I don't know whether they can reach it through there. I'll put an interim bus stop in. It's too big. Let me put the next one down. There we are. Please be straight. And this will help connect this residential area to that train station there. So they can walk to the bus stop, and then they can walk another 400 meters from the bus stop to somewhere as well. So. Alright, that can be deleted. Pointless path. Right, so our shop is coming along nicely. There we are, brilliant. So if you want something to automatically come from the warehouse to shop, you have to make sure that if you can supply it from the warehouse, you don't have to purchase, as long as it will automatically, it will purchase it before it imports it from the warehouse. But then when every time a truck's delivered, the food will go, a truck makes a delivery, the food will go directly to the shop straight away. I think the only thing it's not going to have direct access to is meat for the time being. So just put that on the refrigeration. One of these, so that. Yeah. Running a bit low on the old meat. Let me just check that's not some sort of production problem. No, got crops. Not many, but got some. Right, okay. I'll just start buying a few crops in there automatically. I think it could be that it's running out every now and again. Yeah, so that's much better. There we go. Right, so they should be able to get their food now. And then once they're happy, I'll be happy to set the other buildings ready for people to move into. Until they're all satiated, I'm not gonna try. It's the main road, so we'll put lights and pavement on there. Right, so half of the people have managed to get to the shop. Yes. It's the only thing I use map editor for, but is the trees. You need to have nice trees. We don't no size scattering space size. We'll set to 15 for now. And just go around the little square that we've just built. Don't need to go crazy, just outline it with the trees, and then when it all goes together with the rest of the, you know, it all sort of, you start forming like these just little, like, you know, so it's more natural, I think. A bit closer together. And along the rail lines, try and block some of that noise. Ah, it's too much. We don't want all the signs of the dock and the warehouse. Free all that off. Good see ya. Okay. Immediately makes it look more realistic. Oh, is there a fire truck coming to deal with that? Yeah, here he comes. Right, so that'll need repairing now. And it doesn't, it's not too bad, it's good. That's why they're on front. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna let everyone move into here now. So we've got 2,200 people that are on the Titanic when it sank. 1,800 now. And is that it? Yeah. Other than the ones that are still waiting to be constructed, but yeah. A couple more. That's 150, 300, 450. So it's 450 spaces in these 3 buildings. We've got 1,800 people waiting for apartments. Oh, okay. That's 150. 300. 450. 600. Oh, where are we? Steelman. And then actually what I'll do here, I'll have one of the big buildings. So these have got like 350 people on them. In them, rather. So we've got nearly 1,000. Now we've got about 1,300. So there's just over 1,000 apartments now waiting to be built here. Just build the pass from the bit of cash we've got. Yeah, everyone seems pretty happy. They've just moved in. No outstanding things for now, other than this building's probably got a few issues. All of the other ones, and that's only because I let them move in too early by mistake. It wasn't ready for them. So they'll be annoyed for a little while, but then it should eventually go up. Keep an eye. I'll have to keep an eye on this area just now. So there is a lot of people that live here, and there's not that many public buildings. So their wants might slowly creep up as it takes them longer and longer to fulfill those needs. And then here, because this is going to be like the, you know, like the district like center, just pave just pave it. That's not going to be not straight. Yeah. Nice little fountain there. Like I said before, fountains are a good thing to have because if you suddenly notice there's no water coming out of them, you've got a water supply issue. It's a lot better to find out about that as quickly as possible, or a lot of citizens will be very disgruntled if they don't have access to running water. They're quite picky like that. So we'll put a large indoor swimming pool here. Raise it above grade a little bit, just to give it a bit of... Oh. Oh, you've got that facing out to sea, haven't you, surely? It will mirror it so that path is actually quite close. Sorry, the road's actually quite close to the road here, so I don't have to lose a lot of space to roadway. And then just to balance it out, we'll put a cultural building behind it. Just about fit. Or it might not actually. Oh yeah, there we go. We'll start with the furthest path away from where you want to go. And then you can just connect all the ones in between straight to that one. Saves you having to mess around. Oh, I've upgraded all these roads. When did I do that? Oh my god. When did I do this? Oh, it must have been when it... Yeah, must have been a minute ago when I was upgrading it. Mine must have dragged it too far. Yeah, because I've upgraded all of these over here, look, as well. Didn't know I was doing it. Alright, there we go. Well, that's cost me a bit of money I didn't plan to spend, but anyway, teeny bit. So altogether now here, I'd say we've probably got about 1,600 apartments, and we've got 1,500 people waiting for apartments. So might just about break even for about a day. Until then, there's a load more waiting. Wow, that's a lot of people. And always fill your food up to the high, you know, give it a good, make it a good percentage of the actual overall storage, because that's the thing that's just going to go down constantly. Oh, more I've upgraded. How far did this spread? So just check. So yeah, the sewerage tank looks like it's handling it fine. That one's fine as well. Where's the water? Fresh water. And yeah, that's sort of 10 square meters a day, which is more or less what you want. I mean, it will spike up once these large apartment blocks are built here, because there's like 350 people in each of them. So altogether here is like 1,000 people will eventually live, so that will perhaps put a little bit more pressure on that water there, but cross that bridge when we come to it. Ah, that's why. I wondered why they weren't being made. There's certainly a lot of workers there. Ooh, thought we had a train lock up then. Just suppose by each other. Right, our fountain's been built. Swimming bath, or the swimming pool, is nearly completed. And then once these box flats are built, this district will be complete. Yeah, and we're up to, just I thought, up to 90,000 now. So nearly at our 100,000. 1/5 the way there. I mean, I'm never going to get to 500,000, I don't think. But we can give it a go. I think the biggest city I've ever built was about 300 to 400,000. But that was quite a while ago when the game didn't have as many simulated aspects. Like you didn't have the water, didn't have sewer, well, yeah, water, fresh water and sewerage. You also didn't have heating, I don't think, or heating had just been introduced. Just want to stop people moving in just temporarily till these flats are built. See if there's any inefficient buildings anywhere that I can rehouse the citizens in, and then build a even higher capacity building in its place. To up the overall stock eventually. I mean, stock of houses, not people. I wasn't being crass. All of this used to be a large bay, just sort of come in like this, but all this ground was reclaimed, and it's slightly raised as well, as it will help defend against rising sea levels eventually. So even though it's 1974, Severna's got like psychics that can see that it's going to be something that they're definitely going to need as time goes on, especially in the North Sea, which is where Severna was located. It's about 150 miles off the east coast of the UK, and about again about 150 to 200 miles from the coast of Denmark. The refineries are operating at quite high efficiency. And yeah, it looks like our income from exports is going up quite a bit. So last month we did actually lose $326,000 in rubles. So let's go back to October. We've actually lost, man. It seems like we've got more, but I think it was buying then ships. Ships quite dear. Right, so now where is there some low density housing that I can replace? So I'll move. So move everyone out of this building. Demolish that. And replace it with these. So this building holds like twice as many people. So by knocking down one building, yeah, you'll temporarily reduce the housing. Shouldn't be too much problems. Got those other buildings to fill up. So we'll just put another one down here. This is how I'm planning to help with reaching such a high population, is instead of just leaving areas to just sort of sit, you know, quite low density, we're going to be targeting certain buildings, moving the people out of them, and then replacing them with much taller buildings with a lot more density. So we'll also set that so nobody can move into it. So we'll move some people out of something else into this one. How many people have we got waiting? 2,800. Wow, that's grown by 1,000 since the last time I checked. Okay. Right, I'll just let everyone move in now. So yeah, everyone can move into that district. See how much this goes down. Not by a huge amount, unfortunately. Quickly double check there's nowhere else where I've set it so people can't move in. Sometimes I do that and I'll have like 1,000 flats just waiting empty. Doesn't look like I've done that. No, there isn't a single apart. Oh, whoa. Here we are. There's some. Alright, so allow people to move in. See, it's always worth to, even though if you trust yourself, don't. Right, that looks like that was the only bit. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that was bonus few we didn't know we had. I'll just get it to less than 2,000 would be nice. So that's like we're going to do. Ah, no. Just gone up by another 100. Oh, these are very low density houses. Only 54 people, right? These are next. So prevent people from moving into them, so I can house 6 of those buildings in one of these towers. Right, so we'll literally stop people moving into any of these buildings here. I'm going to completely redevelop this area. Move some of them into these, actually. And just get rid of a couple of them. Oh, train lock up. Oh, that's a doozy. Also, I bet that train wants to go that way, doesn't it? If it didn't want to go that way, I could perhaps go over it. Right, if this train gets out of the way now. Ah, yeah, that signal's not going to go green until this train gets out of the way, and that train's not going to get out of the way until this train gets out of the way. Oh. They will made a way so that this train can go to its station via this line. It can pass onto the other line, onto here, go past that train, and that should sort it out. No. This train should have waited where it was. Right, so turn around, go back, and stop. Yeah, there we go. He's got it. He's got it. Now you may go. There we go. Just make sure that doesn't happen again. I mean, there's far too many lines crossing each other here. That's what the issue is. Oh. Spearing train. Just... There we go. At least it's now an isolated block, so only one train will be able to enter here at any one time, which should stop that from happening again. Okay, so as those people who needed to rehouse, here they are. Get rid of this big one first. It's 140, so that's going to fill one of these towers up other than 10 spaces. Right, let me demolish that. And then these can be rehoused in this tower that I'm building here. But it's not too far for them, you know. Not a monster. I'm going to build one of those towers that hasn't been built yet. Slightly different style. Oh, where are they? Oh, wow. Big. Too big. Too big. I'm the one I want. They're my favourites. Aha, there they are. These ones. So one of those towers can fit 720 people in. So if I can move the people out of here, I can replace a building that held 54 people with a building that will hold 700 odd. So definitely be doing that. Just need to wait for this tower to be built. It's just all like a move by numbers. You're just sort of constantly trying to find everyone homes and trying to be the most efficient with what you've already got instead of building new urban centres. But I think I'm going to have to do soon because, yeah, we've got infrastructure issues and things starting to manifest here because it is just getting so dense. And I do have quite a bit of space. Like we've got all this side of the island. You know, the east side, this will be the new, the next urban centre once I have sort of completely maxed out what I can do with the inner plane. So we've still got these large areas as well where there's factories. But that is a ball ache to move and rebuild all of those things. Sometimes easiest to leave them in place, just expand, but we'll see. So we've got all these real low density houses all here, look, as well. Sides of the rest. So yeah, we could put those very dense buildings along this area here, and they're right close to the train station as well. So those workers won't just build up while, you know, with no jobs or anything. We can benefit from that by transporting. Like, why are all the trains suddenly kicking off now? Why does this happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, everything works fine for like ages, and then all of a sudden it's like, no. This is the building which we want to vacate first. This is built. Employment is creeping up though. And that is because there's not a lot of construction going on. There's only one building being built, so let's get some other things underway. I am just going to have to go for the real high density, so this one here, which will hold 600 people. The only thing I don't like about these buildings, they have to be connected to the road. But for what you'd get in their density, more than makes up for it. So just those two buildings alone will house over 1,000 people. And I might get away with squeezing just one more tower in there. On the little tower. How many are in this one? 360. So yeah, there is a large number of people here. We'll empty, we'll stop people moving in straight away so we can choose from the most inefficient housing in the Republic. Power surge is going on over here, what's going on? So that's a 95% capacity, no wonder. I don't know how much that's going to help all the way over there. But it's probably this pumping station here that's probably using a lot of the power, so as long as it can connect to that. And then when I'm adding in a new electrical infrastructure, what I'll do is I'll put on the overlay for the wattage. So this is a high voltage line here. I can see that it's still green, so I will at first try and get away with splicing into that one. Then as long as all is good, then yeah, otherwise we might have to try something else. Always leave a bit of room for expansion, so if you need to splice two wires together, get the grid that can wire 4 or 5. Oh, and there's, what we can do actually, yeah. This is the high voltage line. Not that one. What I'll do as well is I'll build some more windmills along here because you can connect them directly to those substations. So it might just alleviate the strain a little bit. I've gone the wrong way there, 100%. I should have just gone straight this way. Oh, I can't do a switchback usually. Oh, that's going to be really messy. I'll have to tidy it up a bit, but at least it'll get it built. Spaced apart, don't they? So one in the middle there. Maybe a couple. Oh, building should be made. The tower should be finished now. Oh, what? Oh, nearly. Very nearly. How's that substation doing now? Where was it? Here somewhere on it. Yeah. Oh, we're still at 84%. Ah, because it isn't built yet. 44. 84 still. Okay. Another building on the chopping block, this one here. Ah, you're joking. I didn't set it for no one to move in. Oh, I have to wait for these to be built now. Whoops. These do get built pretty quick though, to be fair, so it should be. And they're mostly just prefab panels. Keep an eye on that crossing as well, actually. And I'm pretty sure that, junction rather, I'm pretty sure that it will be okay now. I think it's because it wasn't a closed block, so trains could both enter at the same time, and if the timing was just right, they'd block each other. Yeah, just see loads of prefab panels now. Obviously they fly up. Sometimes look a bit not close, but at a distance they don't. They're already high quality housing though, but yeah, they seem to look a bit dirty compared to the other buildings. But right, is that finished? Yeah. So right, so 720 people we can fit in that building. All of these low density buildings here. It's moving. Just remember to switch allows citizens to move into this building off. Otherwise, as soon as you empty everyone, as soon as you press play, it'll fill up with people again. Or just demolish it, actually. It's probably the safest bet. Right, okay. So there we go, cleared up a nice bit of space here now. Just remove the pavements. Make sure that you leave ones connecting buildings to the network intact. Actually, no, I was going to realign the road, but we'll leave it where it is for now. Oh, just about getting good. That's straight, or is that straight? Straight. Might have to realign the road. That one quite. Oh, that's it connecting to the road. Probably not. I don't want it there either. I want to place it to the other building. Alright, so we'll get rid of this road for now. It's not being used by anyone at the moment, so it's probably won't be missed too much. There's actually no buildings on it by a road. So these will all be next to go. Probably get rid of them all now, actually. Okay, so on there. Straight there, let's run it there. Or to leave those lots there blank for now. This area will produce a lot, will create a lot of homes. Fit one more of these towers in there. Oh. More in. Thermal. Got people moving in automatically.